So I am so happy to have my friend Alvin Thompson from Houston on with me today. Hey, Alvin.
Hey, Carmen.
He actually happens to be the smartest person I know. And that is according to him. He has decided that he is the smartest person that I know.
Yeah, that's the only opinion that matters anyway, so it doesn't matter.
However, I happen to think I'm the smartest person that I know.
No, that's what a narcissist would think.
Alvin is one of the four members of Four Kings Podcast, which is available on all platforms where podcasts are available.
Indeed, 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 we are.
Yes. So, as you know, I'm your host, Carmen, and Alvin and I met, 3 years ago?
Yes,
In Houston. Well, not in Houston.
I was in
He was
Houston.
in Houston. I was in this little tiny town,
Yeah, you was out there, Bryan College Station area.
Yeah, Bryan is the dustiest, tiniest town I've ever encountered in my life.
Whoa.
And I feel like Mother Nature was trying to get rid of it, Alvin. I swear. Remember, I was telling you there was like hurricanes and
Yeah,
tornadoes literally every week.
but that's just Texas.
That's Texas as a whole.
That's just Texas.
I was convinced that Mother Nature was trying to get rid of Bryan exclusively.
No, no. That's just Texas. Because down here in Houston for about a month ago, it was raining like every single day.
I didn't get it. It was just like, I was literally sitting in my little rented house, minding my business, watching reruns on Netflix, and a tornado literally just real quick went past my house and just shut everything off. It was just like, excuse me, thank you.
My bad. You must not know who I am.
I couldn't believe that shit.
Yeah, that's just Texas, man. That's just how it is down here. Mm.
Now, Alvin and I are friends now, but when we met on a dating app. What is it called? Tinder. Was it Tinder?
No.
What did we meet on?
Hold on. We met on Hinge.
It was Hinge.
I've never met anybody off of Tinder.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I think I've used Tinder maybe for like a month or so, and I guess from all the previous exploits of what Tinder, I guess, was supposed to bring you, it didn't bring me, so I deleted it. So I left Tinder alone, but it was Hinge, and I think it was a whole lot better. I think I dealt with a whole lot better woman off of Hinge than Tinder.
See, you were actually the only better I met on Hinge, and that's probably why I related it to Tinder, because my experiences with dating in Texas was absolutely horrible. And I met you at the very tail end.
At the very last second.
Like, as soon as it was time for me to put my car in F and fly the fuck out of Texas, that's when I met your ass. So that was kind of...
It's perfect. At least I was able to. I think I was able to be able to get that little bad taste of Texas out your mouth.
Yes.
Well, a little bit, because it's still, obviously it's still there, but I think I was able to, when you taste some food and somebody put a little bit too much salt into it, you're able to get some water to wash some of that away. I think I did that for you.
Yeah, you was the nice cup of water. I like that. Nice, cold, hopefully filtered. No, just
filtered and filling cup of water.
Exactly. So how the hell did I get here, right? How the hell did we get here? As friends. I just want to know, right now, you are in a relationship right now, right?
Yes.
And before meeting her, I just want to know, what was one of the craziest, before you got here, in this successful, healthy relationship, what was one of, or some of the craziest dates I can say you've been on? Well, you can say you've been on.
Me, I don't think I've had to. And that's the problem. I don't think I've had too many that experience. I think a couple times, just conversation have made me get up and leave a date. Like, just this was fun. I'm gonna go now. Um, Conversations about just how some people see things in life, and like, yeah, I don't even want to finish this conversation with you. I've walked out. I didn't just walk out and like not tell the person I'm leaving like you see on TV and shit. So I was kind enough to say I'm about to go. I don't need to talk to you anymore. You know, it's just conversations. Just seeing how people mindsets are is utterly ridiculous at times.
See, you are lucky. I didn't get that. I got the craziest people that you could possibly meet in Texas. Do you remember what was? Did I ever tell you about the little cop?
Yeah.
With the little suit and the little shoes?
Yeah, you told me about the little guy.
Now, while you got conversations, I got little people with Napoleon complexes taking me out. I would never forget Alvin. I pulled up to this man's house. It was in Houston. He talking about we gonna go here. He told me to dress nice. I looked up the place. It seemed to be, it was like a little bar, like a little tiki bar. So I said, okay, I could wear some shoes, a sweater, and some pants. I pull up to this man's house. One, I tell him I'm outside. He comes downstairs. I can't even see him. I turn around. I'm like, where are you? He said, I'm at your car.
Right here.
Now, this thing, I have no problem with little people at all. But this man told me he was 5'10". I like my men tall. See this man. When I was turning around looking at my car, I said, well, I don't see him. I went to the window. I said, hell no.
He walked up to the window. Wow.
I got on heels. How the hell I'm going to do this?
That's the Mr. Parker shit. Hey, man, it worked for Mr. Parker on Friday.
Wait, it did. It did.
It did. Did you see Miss Parker? She always had some kind of heel or a wedge on. And Mr. Parker was there, man. They obviously had been together for so long. You was just automatically saw old buddy. It was like, yeah. Like, if you can't, you got to be this tall to ride this ride. It's not fair all the time.
No. It wasn't even just the height, because I could deal with that. I could deal with the height. It was the fact that he had on like his Sunday's best. He had on a silk vest with a see-through button up that looked like it was like a cheetah print or something, but it was see-through with his pants on. He had on these, like, I think they were Versace. They may have been, but I didn't know they make Versace that small.
No, they were probably Stacey Adams.
Okay.
They probably Stacey Adams.
Okay. Well, he had those on. And this little man was dressed up. I said, well, I didn't know we was going, to church. And he was like, well, I told you to dress up because I like my women dressed up. I said, and I told you I like my men tall, and we are here. So what are we going to do? We went to the bar. We're walking across the thing. He didn't even try to hold my hand and help me across the street. I guess he was salty.
I thought you were saying he didn't try to hold your hand and help you up in the chair. I was like, he can't do that. He was waiting for you to help him in the chair.
Okay. He had to like hop up in the chair too, because they had the high top chairs. It was just enough.
And you know it's bad when you with a date and you got to use the little step that's at the bottom of the chair to get in it. That's sad.
It slide in it. He had to slide in it. And this man, he told me that in Texas, so you can help me out. He said in Texas, they don't do that.
They don't do what?
Help a woman across the street when she got on heels. He was like, that's that New York shit. We don't do that out here in Texas.
Man, if you walk down the streets of Texas, I'm pretty sure you seen it in Bryan. You seen all them country boys taking care of women walking on the outside of the street on the sidewalk while the woman walks on the inside. Holding the door open, being genuine gentlemen.
No, as he said this man kindly walked me across the rest of the street. He said, no, this is how we do it in Texas.
Oh, that's messed up. You should have left the date right then and there. When would
No,
that
I
dude?
did. So what I did was I turned around to him. I said, we are no longer on a date. I drove all the way here. You know how far Brian is.
Yes.
I said, so I'm going to go in there. We're going to buy these drinks. I'm paying for myself and you paying for yourself. We are no longer there. We are here as people that know each other. And then I'm going to head home. He was like, no, you don't have to pay for yourself. I'm going to pay for you. You're a beautiful lady. But I said, no. I will pay for myself. I walked right up to the bar, handed my card. I said, these are for my drinks. He's going to pay for his drinks. I ordered my drink. I sat down. We was talking. Throughout the night, he ended up being cool, Alvin. I won't lie to you.
Okay.
He ended up being a cool guy, but I made it very clear, him and I will never be an item or anything like that. So that is something I didn't have to worry about. But he decides that he knows a person in this club and that he would like me to accompany him. He said, don't worry about it. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. Let's go. So I said, okay. We went to the club. And this is when I knew I could never, ever date a man of this size. This man, there's a big man. He has to be like Arabic, tall, handsome. He was like, what are you drinking? I said, oh, it's okay. You don't need to buy me a drink. I'm out. I'm with my friend. I can buy my drink. I'm with my friend. He looks at him and laughs and goes,
wow.
What are both of you drinking? Like, just disregarding him.
Damn, that's disrespectful.
And he didn't say, you a cop and you still getting pumped. You ain't even...
Hey, time out. Hold on, though. Time out. And let me play a little devil advocate real quick. Now, I'm not going to turn down a free drink. So, if you asking me what I'm drinking, go ahead. What do you have? I'm going to have a Tom Collins. Go ahead, bring that through here, homeboy. Bring that Tom Collins through here. I'm not going to argue with that. Come on, man. But I understand, he emasculated him a little bit especially with the little laugh afterwards.
It was the little laugh and the smirk and the buying him a drink. I would have felt punked as a man. And maybe I'm wrong.
He got T-Pain like a mofo.
Yeah. So
that's messed up. Hey, man. I mean, for me personally, I love to hear the stories of dating from women because it's a whole lot different world in y'all eyes and in y'all experiences. It's a totally different world than what I'm gonna experience, unless I'm just experiencing some batshit crazy woman. I remember a couple years ago, I met this chick before, and it was cool. I mean, our conversation was cool, and then it got down to the physical part,
Mm-hmm.
And how can I say this?
Say what you gotta say.
It was just really unenthusiastic and boring, and especially at least the first time. The first time is the time that you come to, I'm gonna show this fool what he thought he had. He thought he got. You put on a little bit of show. You don't give them all your tricks of your trade. But you show them a little bit of something. But this one, it was just so...
Was it a starfish? You ever heard that saying when they just
sat there? Yeah. Just laid there. And it was okay, because I'm the one I would always like to ask, what is it that you like? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's sexual experiences with other people are totally different, because sometimes you might have been in a situation where what you liked was not what you were getting, or what you were asking for. It just went unnoticed, or he just didn't care. So he didn't care about how it was that you wanted to feel and how it is that you like to be pleased. So I'm always down to, hear your voice, hear your side, because at the end of the day, I can't have sex if you don't want to.
Exactly.
So the power is yours. I can want to do something all day, but if you ain't gonna let me, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna try to make sure at least, you're comfortable, you're enjoying yourself as best as I can give it to you, and give you enjoyment. But it was nothing. It was like I didn't get no kind of feedback. I didn't. It's just that starfish. It was just so boring. I felt like, I guess it was me being a man. Like, okay, maybe this first time was just nerves or something. Okay, let's see what this next one will do. No, the second one's still the same way. And then the part of my brain that said, you know what, Alvin, you should stop talking to this person. But that other part of my brain was like, bro, just do it one more time. Just one more time. Just one more time, bro.
No,
I promise you, she not like this, like for real. So that inner dialogue is like, I know if somebody shows you who they are, like multiple times, that's who they are. And then it's just that other part of you be like, nah, son, go ahead and get it again, because that's she playing. You just thinking too much. No, that third time I actually like just got up and left. Like,
see, now I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If I plan on having sex with somebody, we gonna have sex. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna waste my time and give away my vagina, and it ain't gonna be a good fucking
right.
time.
And you adding that body to your list, and you're gonna be like, ugh. I was,
an unnecessary body at that.
Right.
No. No.
That was possibly in my whole life, and I'm talking about, when you young, like, I don't know about you, but when you in high school, early college, most of them days are just terrible. It's bad experiences. But
I wasn't out pop locking things
right.
that.
That's why I'm putting a little disclaimer on that. I'm gonna just talk about me. So like those days, like you didn't know what you were doing, so it's like it's gonna have awkward and bad times. But I would like to say this is like later in life, and that was the worst experience I've ever had. I never thought that would happen so late in my life.
That's like, how the fuck did I get here? How the hell did this happen?
Where did I put my glasses?
That's how I felt with Little Man. It wasn't even sexual.
Like,
but
how did I not see this?
How did I? Well, you did see it, Alvin.
I did.
You saw it twice.
I was just blind to the fact. I was just being a man. That's the bad part about it. I was being a man, and it was stupid.
At that point.
No, I was being a man. And that was dumb on my behalf.
I don't know. I feel like with the dating scene as a whole, I try to be diplomatic, and especially like with sex, I try not to put too much thought into it. 'Cause, like you said, the first time with a person could be nerve-wracking. You don't know anything about that person, and you don't know what pleases them, what doesn't please them, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. So of course you're getting to know that person. So that initial moment, and if you have great chemistry, I don't know about you, not no disrespect to your lady. If she didn't, I think our first time was great.
I thought it was too.
Like it was fucking amazing. So it depends, I guess, on like the person, right? The chemistry.
Right. I think that's the big part. That's one of my main things about just being comfortable, having to, to let down guards and let down those walls, because it's a very personal experience, very intimate experience. So you want to be as comfortable with what it is that you're doing and who it is you're doing it with.
Mm-hmm.
So like, because at the end of the day, like for me, I like to have fun. I can joke, but just enjoy it, because it's a great fucking thing to enjoy. So I try to get all that out the way, and just try to make sure whatever I'm told, I try my hardest to do for you.
Exactly. And so when you met your lady, right? So I don't know. Did you meet her out in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there are. Let me tell you.
Now, mind you, she ain't from here.
That makes sense. Let me stop.
She ain't from here.
See, so I know you're trying to be, because that's your state. But I don't know. I think Texas was just one of the hardest places to fucking date ever.
I think it's because not being from here, the adjustment. I guess because I'm from here, so I understand the people here. So, and mind you, I'm saying, being from Houston, every little city in Texas is going to be different. We eons and eons apart from one another. So, being down here in Houston, also with it being so, it's still so, what is the word I'm looking for? God dog it, Alvin. God dog it, man. Diverse. See how simple that word is? It's so diverse, but yet it's still kind of segregated as well. So, being able to understand our customs here and the way people are here is a whole lot easier. Now, when you're coming from a place like where you came from, where you're from, and stuff like that, and to be down here and to understand, be set in your ways and how things went where you're from and how you are accustomed to doing things your way. It's a big adjustment for here. Even as ways like people moving here just to live, it's a huge adjustment. So with me being able to be from here and understand the things that happen and how they happen and how people actually are, I think I'm able to know what type of BS I can deal with and what I'm not finna deal with, and know what type of BS is actually about to come from this type of person.
Okay. Because I don't know. I think I dated that little man from Houston. I don't know if I told you about the guy who invited me to the pig pageant.
The pig pageant. Oh, don't tell me. Tell them.
No.
What happened with the guy coming from the pig that invited you to the pig pageant?
Yep. Okay, everybody. I swear, it's Texas. I know the purpose of this is talking about how you can date somebody and become friends with them and it be an authentic friendship. But I'm just thinking back to all this Texas shit because you guys got to hear, like, how the hell did I get here? Like, how the hell did I get here? This man literally, after getting to know, we planning all these things, he was like, well, Saturday they having a pig pageant and I can come and pick you up and we can go to that. It's going to be a big event. I said, oh, what? He was like, a pig pageant. I said, I have never in my life heard about a goddamn pig. I kind of low-key wanted to go. Because I wanted to see
intriguement. Yeah.
Like, he was happy about it. He couldn't wait. He was like, oh, you're going to have a great time. I'm like, oh, hell no. But then everybody told me, I don't think you want to go on a date with a guy who goes to pig pageants.
No, I don't think you want to either. But the experience of going to a pig pageant would be something that you can lock away and tell so many people from free. Like, imagine telling your grandkids, like, yo, your granddaughter, look here, let me tell you what this one fool did to me back in the day. This fool told me, like, hey, you're so beautiful. And you know what would be real cool? I won't take you to a pig pageant. I'm going to take you to a pig pageant, and it's going to be so awesome, man. Now, pageant is like beauty. Beauty pageant. They have you trollop around, do all this stuff.
Exactly.
But the pig part, like, I've never seen a pretty pig.
I have never. And I mean, like, of course, we would like to think Wilbur was a pretty pig because everybody loved that. Yeah, but they just.
Nope.
I couldn't believe it.
Wilbur, Babe, whatever. What was the pig? Wilbur was the pig's name in Charlottesville.
Yes. Yeah.
No, yeah. It don't matter what the name is. It's they ugly. They some ugly somethings.
So, I don't know how I ended up on that pig pageant. It made me think about it.
Curiosity kills the cat. Yeah, you want to see this stuff.
I did. It's
an experience. You thought you would ever go see a pig pageant out there where you from?
No, I didn't go because literally my friends was like Marcia, and she's no
Yeah.
longer here, but she was like,
Right.
I don't think people like you go to pig pageant. I don't think the people that go to pig pageants are gonna accept people like you. I'm just gonna put
Yeah.
it out there. You may not want to go to that pageant.
It may not be your cup of tea.
And I had to listen to her because I don't think, not to be racist or anything, but I don't think there was a lot of women that, and I like my wigs, my nails to be the longest.
Yeah, they wasn't dressing her up for the pig pageant. I tell you
No.
I tell you that much.
And I was coming through. I'm coming through. I don't give a fuck if it's a pig pageant or CVS. I'm you gonna see me today, okay?
Oh man.
So no, I didn't go to the pig pageant. I didn't go.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. I'm kind of intrigued about going to one myself now.
Well, they got them out there in Austin.
I know they got them everywhere out here.
They got them out there in Austin. So if you really need to go, I think you should go. And then take pictures and let me know how it went.
See you.
So I know I kept going and going on about dating, but as you know, today I wanted to discuss how people, especially on social media, because I feel like social media itself as a whole has a habit of dictating people's emotions or feelings, and then people create these false realities in their heads, right?
Mm-hmm.
About what they feel life should be. And they love this false narrative that because you've dated someone or slept with someone, you cannot truly, genuinely be friends with them. And I think that is an odd narrative to spread.
I think that's a load of crap.
Because as I can honestly say, I dated you, I had great sex with you, and I truly value you as my friend, nothing else. And
right.
I would never want to violate your relationship with your woman. And so I want your perspective. Like, how do you feel? Like, I'm pretty sure you have other female friends besides myself. So from the man's perspective, and we're grown, I don't know, what is the Gen Zers? We're millennials.
I don't know what letter we on, but
yeah.
them. But my thing is, for me personally, man, is like in a relationship, my thing is like, I'm not your father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell you who you can talk to, who you cannot. I'm definitely not going to tell you who you can talk to that you knew before me, because we all had lives before we met whoever we're going to be with. So, like, I'm not going to tell you, don't talk to him, don't talk to her, boom, 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 boom. No. You can talk to whoever you want. It's a free country. You're a grown adult.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever you do, know that you created those consequences that follow that. You can still be friends with somebody. I'm not going to say you can't go out and have friends and go out, have a drink with a group of your friends that you know. Mm-hmm. No, because maybe mostly because I don't like to be told what to do.
At all.
Personally. I don't like to be told what to do. I don't like to be controlled. So I'm not going to tell nobody or control nobody else. It's not my child.
Period.
So go out, have your fun. But just know, like, things happen. If they happen and people are going to blame it on some kind of inebriation. Oh, I was really drunk.
No, you can't, because sometimes in Casamigos' defense, it does alternate.
I was about to say, because I mean, you want to tell us another story how you effed up somewhere?
No. I do not cross boundaries. I do not.
No, but I'm just saying.
Friend.
Right. So it's more along the lines of saying, like, me personally, it's not. I'm not gonna take that excuse for an answer. I'm not gonna take the excuse of it was the liquor or this, and that. No, there ain't no excuse. Mm-hmm. No. You've been drunk a million times before and you never did nothing over here with this person. You never did nothing with that person. Why this one?
Because they truly weren't your friend. And that's what I want people to realize. So when people sleep with, unless they were supposed to be together, right? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes there are friends who split up and they didn't see each other's worth.
It take time. You can be your Ross and Rachel type stuff, man.
Exactly. And it took some years. It took a few failed relationships or marriages or whatever to realize, okay, you were supposed to, and that was perfect. That was perfect. Ross and Rachel. That is perfect example of, like, and I know they're fictitious or whatever, but that's a perfect example.
It's probably happening. It's more than likely happening in real life because people aren't that smart to think of that thing to write down for real. Exactly. That's happened in real life. So it's like, you know, it's always this can fail. This, you can put all this effort into this relationship, it just don't work out. But you know, that one right there that's been holding you down for the longest, the one that you, in the back of your mind, already knew that's probably what you should have did in the first place.
Exactly. And
Been that one laughing with you, you know, just been that one like, you know what, man, bump that. Don't do what you're gonna do. You know, that friend, that true friend.
and that's what people don't understand. So if you do end up with a friend, that's because y'all wasn't really friends. Y'all were just building your friendship that you needed for your relationship. Because of course, to be with somebody forever, y'all need to be friends.
You got to, because being with somebody can get old really quick.
Okay. And you start disliking stupid stuff like the way they breathe. Like you
Like,
breathe funny.
Like why do you walk like that?
Why every time you chew your eye go to the left?
Right. Like the smallest things. Like, come on, bro. Like,
so you
getting mad. You getting mad at the clothes. You know that them colors don't even match. Why?
Why you always wearing yellow? But I feel like people can actually, truly, genuinely be friends. And I've had friendships with guys that I've been friends with. You're one of my guy friends who I've been friends with for 3 years. Never crossed the boundary. Even if we have phone conversations, we have great, healthy, thoughtful conversations. And sometimes, I think the last like long conversation we had was to discuss your new lady, like that you was in a relationship. So I feel like our relationships are productive. Our conversation is productive, and it's adding value to one another and not taking away, right? So as far as like, have you ever been in a relationship that felt like you could not be friends, or did you ever have a situation where that person felt like you couldn't be friends with a woman?
Yes.
And like, how was that experience, and like, how did you navigate through that?
The experience, one, let me say, you know, I hear you out. Yes, I understand. Okay. Let me hear out your information, your insecurities on it, on why you feel like I can't be friends with this person just because I had sex with this person years ago, or we went on a couple dates years ago. Why can't a piece of a communication still be held if, you know, you realize that part just wasn't for y'all? But friendship wise, it's awesome. Like, how do you feel? Why do you feel that this can't be? And I would always I've never been kept in touch with like guys that I was being with because they always want something different. I said, no, that's just a small little piece of thinking of you. That's just your experiences. That's not the experiences in the total. There's so many people that can just be friends and just realize that part of that relationship didn't work out, but the friendship stayed and the friendship was true. It can actually happen. So many friends a lot of people have dated one another or slept with one another, but realize, you know, that's just, that piece of us just doesn't work. Exactly. But this friendship that we have created during this time, it feels a whole lot better than that attempt of a relationship. So I've navigated it by just, you know, one, hearing them out and, you know, hearing out the reasons why they feel that way and their experiences with that. So, and it's the whole thing that's saying, like, one, that's not completely true. That's not how things actually work. You can actually be friends. And two, I'm not going to be told what to do.
Exactly. Like, I feel like I've had people, like, you know, the world needs to know, I guess. And you know, I'm bisexual, so I date men and women. So my experiences are never exclusive to men. So it's exclusive to both men and women. So my ex-girlfriend, I will never forget, I'm not going to say her name. She did not allow me to have male friends. And I love hanging out with guys because I'm a boy. I'm just a pretty boy. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's it. And I love hanging out with guys. I love my female friends as well. But sometimes guys is a little easier because y'all just want to have a
Yes, we
drink.
are.
No, and you know there's some messy ones now. Let's stop.
Yeah,
We
I'm
know
not.
there's the messy
But I'm
ones out
just
there.
saying,
But
we are still a whole lot easier.
in general, it's still a lot easier because you can just have a drink, laugh it up, talk, go on about your business. Or even if I have like problems, sometimes I get realistic solutions.
Yeah,
Like because you guys think literally. Women,
logically.
we overthink. We overthink sometimes, and sometimes we are jumping on a trampoline over a fence, and that's not even what's really going on. But we will jump over that fence so fast. And with men, sometimes you can get logical, like you said, logical answers and logical advice, so you can move forward. So sometimes I do like hanging out with guys a little more, and she cannot take it when I say this woman literally tried to fake fight me and air punch me in a bathroom in a bar over my male friend who was there with his girlfriend. And she decided that we were sleeping together. Well, full disclosure, I was sleeping with him back in the day, though. Back in the day,
Back in the day.
he was my sneaky link.
But
Back
that
in
wasn't
the
the
day.
sneaky link at that time.
At that time, me and his girl are still friends to this day. They are no longer together, but her and I are still friends to this day. So she already knew, but she was secure within herself.
That's it. That is the magical piece. You be secure in yourself. Whatever relationship you in is gonna grow.
Sometimes I would have to call her because he would be too drunk at my house. I'm like, yo, so-and-so, you need to come and get so-and-so because his ass is drunk as hell. He won't even get off the floor. He threw up like 5 times. She's like, say less, I'm coming. Like, like she didn't worry about me, and I didn't need to worry about her because she knew it was a solid friendship at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? At this moment, we had a solid friendship.
Yeah.
Whatever happened in the past was in the past, and she could trust me because she was secure. She knew she was the shit, and she is. She's an amazing person. So my ex-girlfriend decided to air punch me. She was trying to punch me so bad she broke them people's mirror in the bathroom. She punched the mirror and air punched me. I think she wanted to do like spousal abuse, but she couldn't beat me. I choked the shit out of her, Alvin. I choked her, I did, and I know violence is not okay.
But
violence is not okay.
But protecting yourself
Is over another woman's man.
That you
Can you
were
believe
there
that?
with.
Over another, and they having a good time. They out in the bar. They ordered us drinks, waiting for us to come out.
Not knowing y'all fighting in the
music,
back.
and I'm in the bathroom being berated and belittled over something that happened up 10 years ago because of someone else's insecurity.
That's it, man. Because that'll make the prettiest woman or the most handsome man seem the ugliest.
She was handsome man. I used to call him my boyfriend because she wanted to be a boy. So she was my
but I'm just saying, like, that insecurity thing, that insecurity can make you the ugliest person in the world.
And I say that, and I want people to like hearing like us speak. I want people to know, like, you can absolutely, guys, you can absolutely have a genuine friendship with your guy friends and not want them at all and want the best for them and want the best for their relationships. And even sometimes tell them like, yo, you're bugging. Like,
why would you even call me about that? You knew you was wrong. Yeah. You right, fam. Like, let me go ahead. And like, some women just need to understand, like, yeah, like, wouldn't you want your man to have somebody who has a perspective like you too?
Exactly.
To hear, if he's not hearing your side, to have somebody else come back and validate what you're saying. To say like, yo, my man's. And it's just being told in a way that he hears what you're saying. He gets it. He just don't want to accept it. But to hear it in a manner that's good for him, he's like, yo, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know you messing up right now, my dude. Yeah, come on, dog. You said you want to do here. You got to see this shit through, my boy. You got to quit playing. You wilding the hell out.
And that's what they don't get. I don't know. I've had that experience. Another experience I had my ex-boyfriend. He's gone now. He passed away. He's been passed away for a long time now. So but he's gone. He passed away. He's no longer here. And I had my gay husband. I love him to death. And I couldn't even be friends with him because he decided that we like each other. Hey, man. He don't even like women.
Listen here, I don't know how many times I have to tell my straight male friends, like, I love my homosexual men friends. I love my homosexual men friends. They teach me so much.
Exactly.
And like I told my other homeboys, like, yeah, it's cool, like when your woman tell you, like, you look good in this, babe, this and that. Like when my gay homeboys would say, bro, when tell me that I look good in something, I know
You
I
know you
look
look
good.
good.
I know I look good.
Because they not just saying it, okay?
They just not giving me that just to make me feel good about myself. If I'm looking good in something, they gonna, okay, yeah, Alvin, what is this? Okay, yeah, they make you feel like because I play sports so much, they make me feel so confident in myself, like a coach. It is ridiculous. I get to smiling and you better stop playing, man.
See, but you understand the value of the friendship.
Yes.
He cannot see through that. He could not even see that we both play for the same team. Him and I are teammates.
Right. Right. That's it.
If anything, be afraid of him because he might be the
He
one
might trying
helping
to
to find your
get you.
replacement.
Yeah, he might. Girl, let me tell you about this one at my job real quick.
He helping find your replacement. So because you're so insecure.
Yeah, man. That's one thing I think I've learned over the years. Once I had to learn to get over so many different things in my life and grow and understand how to be a good partner, that insecurity stuff, I learned that I had a bunch of it.
Mm-hmm.
And had to learn how to get over it. And I realized, like, that's something I don't want to deal with.
Now, in your current relationship, did y'all have a discussion prior to about, okay, do's and don'ts, or was there ever an issue when it came to, all right, I have a male friend that I hang out with, or I have a female friend, like she's saying, like, these are my male friends and blah, 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 or these are my female friends, blah, blah, blah. Was there ever an issue? Was there a discussion had prior to, so you guys are aware? Like, did y'all make it a deal? Because, some people make it a whole ordeal, like, oh, I have to let you know ahead of time. Or did y'all just let things go with the flow?
Most of it was just going with the flow.
Mm.
The only thing that I said to her about just putting all my cards on the table, I let her know all my flaws. I let her know in the beginning of why, because I have a son. I let her know why me and my son's mom wasn't together. Mm-hmm. The issues I had that I'm dealing with. Mm-hmm. And where I feel like I see myself and where I'm trying to put myself at. So I put that stuff on the table. So like, hey, if you feel like you can rock with this, you can rock with it. If not, let me know. Like, I was a horrible person here. I still have these little issues I'm trying to work out, but I'm working on them, man. I'm not just saying I got this and just to sound good. Like, oh my God, he got some introspective shit going on right now. No, I'm working on it. I'm really trying to, do better.
Exactly.
So if you rock with it, you rock with it. Now, she does have some things that we're trying to work on from her past. Mm-hmm. And that whole friendship stuff was an issue with her, but I let her know, like, at the end of the day, like I said, my main thing is I always tell somebody, I'm not your daddy. I'm not finna tell you who to talk to and who not to talk to, and I'm not finna allow you to tell me who to talk to and who not to talk to. I know how to keep my distance. I know, I may have female friends here, but I may have friends that I've had over years that ended up turning into acquaintances because over time, just learning about yourself and learning about them, like, it's time to push a bigger distance between us.
Exactly.
So, like, yeah, I have that. And I let her know in the beginning that, the reason why I stepped out a lot. I had an issue that I had to go deal with before. So that I'm still kind of dealing with. I had to talk with some.
I don't mean to cut you off. I can say I commend you with that. Because when we dated, you were very forthcoming with that information and allowed me to make my decision head on. And I just want to say I love that. I love that about you. Anyway, go ahead.
And because I figured, like, why hide the truth? They're going to find out eventually. Mm-hmm. So I had to, I had to go. I had some depression stuff I was dealing with. I had some issues with, like, sex I had to deal with. So like, realized, like, I personally, I realized that my sexual urge wasn't as common as some other women, some other people I might have had, from what I was told, too high of a
There ain't no
urge.
too high.
Look here, I've
They
had this
better stop playing
conversation.
and go pop that thing. Just stop playing.
Look, I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to have the leg on the wall in the window. Let's
Yeah.
go. But I was told, it's just like what I wanted sexually was too much. And it's not like I was asking you to do crazy things. I wasn't doing that 50 Shades of Grey type stuff.
It just wasn't his thing.
I just wasn't. The amount of sex was too much. And so I started hearing that from too many people. So I would sit down and talk with somebody, went to some therapy sessions on things, because I realized the people that I know, they ain't gonna help me deal with this stuff. I don't know what to tell myself to deal with this stuff. Let me go talk to somebody else, because I remember, like, initially I was going to college to be a psychologist. And the reason I wanted to be a psychologist, because I'm growing up poor. I ain't had cable, so I watched Frasier. And I'm like, yo, this dude, him and his brother psychologists, and they living like this?
No, Frasier was a wild boy.
So I'm like, man, let me look into this stuff. And then once I started learning about the brain and how people think, it's like, this is intriguing, but let me go ahead and switch this over to engineering real quick. So I went to talking with some therapists and getting to know myself a little better and understanding, because like I said, I messed around and stepped out a few times, and because I figured, like, I'm not getting what I want at home as much as I want, but if I can go out and get it from here, and here, I can be satisfied. Because technically my urges are being met. It's just not being met where I want it to be met.
Exactly.
So that was and the depression and just growing up. Basically, I just had to grow up.
So basically, to tackle her insecurity, you worked on yourself first.
Yeah, I worked on myself, because I knew regardless if I was going to be with anybody anyway, I had to fix myself. So over time, I started. There was a time I just didn't go out and date like that for a while, because I was going through these things, just trying to fix myself, and I didn't know how it was going to go with women at that time. So I just fell back a little bit. And now, like, I can see clearer. I can communicate way better, because I was terrible at that.
So I've had women say, like, women that I know, like, if my man want to have a best friend, I'm his best friend. I'm his only friend, and
Right.
he don't need no female friends. And really break up a friendship. Like, I've watched women. I've been through it. My male best friend, I won't say his name. Growing up, his wife actively made sure, and I hooked them up. Made sure she was, like, determined, like, you can no longer be friends with her because you guys are too close. And there is nothing about him I wanted. He was truly my friend, for my whole life. And do you get that?
I'm sorry.
No.
That. I get the whole. I don't get that whole. Oh, you ain't finna talk to so and so. No. Time out, sweetheart. That's a game we ain't finna play. Because I'm good at playing games and I can beat you at it. So mine was just the insecurities of her previous situations and relationships and experiences. Okay. So my thing is, like, with my therapy session, I was like, you got to talk to me. We got to talk this thing out. But if you ain't gonna talk to me, I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what happened before, and the way you coming at it like this, and you supposedly already know me, so you know this shit ain't gonna fly with me. So we got to talk about your stuff. We got to talk about yourself. We got to talk about why you feel like you can't have male friends. You feel like I can't have female friends, because you feel like some of the guys that you messed with before and you wanted to just come back and knock you down later. Like, you can still have male friends that don't want to do that.
Exactly.
I'm not telling you to not have male friends. I encourage it. because it helps you see me better.
Exactly.
So if you can see me better, that can mean what, you know what I'm saying, our relationship can work a little better because you're understanding how I'm moving, how I'm thinking a little bit more. So it's a work. It's a work. It's always a work in progress, my thing. But that whole not being able to have friends of the different sexes is, I think it's childish. I think it's uh just plain wrong, and you're just unwilling to let go. You want to control, but you can't control anybody else. You can't control anyone else. So you can only hope to where, if you feel like somebody's going to step out on you, stop deflecting on why they did it and look inside. Like, why would, you know what I'm saying, what did I not do on my end? Because you can feel like you doing, I'm great. Like, my thing is like this. A lot of women say like they're marriage material. How are you marriage material to the person that you're with? Because marriage material is not just a general thing.
No.
So are you marriage material? You think you're just marriage material? Or do you think the person that you're with, you fit what they want in a lifetime partner, and they fit what you want in a lifetime partner?
Exactly. Because people feel like marriage material means, oh, I know how to cook, I know how to clean, I know how to do this. No, marriage material is, can we tolerate each other forever?
Right. And like I've told women a long time, like, I don't need a woman to cook for me. I don't need a woman to clean for me. My mama taught me and my brother how to do that, so that we don't need to depend on you for that. There's really only one thing that we need from you. Well, I can cook better than you. You know how to wash clothes properly.
Okay.
Properly. Don't just throw them shits in the washer and just let it go.
Okay.
No. You don't even know how to use an iron and an ironing board.
Stop, Alvin. Don't attack me on this podcast and let people know I don't know how to iron. I'm just playing.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to iron.
Look. This is because like my grandmother used to wash her clothes and stuff like that, and she would iron the same day that she washed her. Like, she would sit down on the couch, and she'll have an ironing board up. And she'll have her clothes that she ironed and fold them up and put them over there, and we put up the clothes. So it's like, that was instilled in me because I grew up with a single mother. My mom had me at 15 years old. She had me and my brother before she was 20. So like, and I come from a family of women. I have on my mom's side, I have one uncle. But the women raised us, and we're a young family. Like, my youngest aunt is 5 years older than me.
Oh, damn. So yeah. So you nothing but women around you.
Right. And the difference is, like, another thing about trying to find women, I had to realize, like, you know, the way I saw my mom and my aunts growing up, and some of the women that they knew and that grew up around in our neighborhood, these women ain't like that. They're cut from a different cloth, and it's a little softer cloth. It's a little softer cloth. So, you know, because they didn't have to do certain things, it's different. So I had to realize, like, okay, you got to reel it in, Alvin. These women ain't like your mama. They ain't like your aunties and them like that. They not built like that. So you gotta take a step back and you just understand, like, they just a little softer, They can't do as much.
Well, it depends, right? And it also depends on your upbringing, and that's like that too. Like, I feel like not everyone, because I'm not that type of person, right? Like, if you have a female friend, that's fine, and if she cool, I want to be her friend too. Let's all be friends, right? Like, you know what I mean? And even if you don't want to be my friend, you just want to be his friend, that's fine also, because not everyone's built to be friends. Not everyone's gonna like you. You know what I mean? And that's one thing people need to get over too. Not everyone's gonna fucking like you, and that's okay.
Right. So, and then, like, come on, why can't you, like, we all friends, right? Say Carmen and mine get together and realize, like, oh, we could kick it, bro. Like, we could kick it. and then like, yo, let me tell you what this stupid Alvin done did. Yo, Alvin, what the hell is wrong with you, fam? Why would you do
Well,
that?
no. So I have a rule. I can't tell you, Alvin. I
No,
can't tell
I
you. I have a rule. I'm not. I can't. I can't snitch on people. I
I
can't do that.
respect that right there. I respect that. But like, it's just so cool to understand. Like, one, like, if this person is a friend of your partner's, it must be something about this person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to full on engage in it, but you can notice it and respect it. Like, there's something about this person that my partner sees to be valuable.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that person can be very valuable in the intricate parts of your relationship. Like, I need friends of all types.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Because I need to know different stuff. I need to learn different stuff. Like, with you being so professional and educated and stuff like that, some of the things that you say, I don't know some of these things, but I can learn it.
Thank you.
I can learn it. So like, it's a win-win situation, period. And that's on period.
You learned some. I remember you taught me how to eat crawfish. Remember?
Where
I
like
never
that was the first time we met.
Yep. You learn so much from different people and being friends and allowing yourself to be open.
Mm-hmm.
So the moral of the story is, people, I'm tired of you guys saying like women and men can't be friends, especially after dating. Yes, you can.
Yes,
It's just called grow up and love yourself.
Yeah, it's called being an adult.
Stop looking for external factors to validate who you are. You need to validate yourself within yourself. Be yourself, and I promise you, it won't be as hard.
It's not, because you searching and you wishing something happened, and when it does, you can't handle it.
Exactly. When you can just let things flow and have great friendships and a great relationship. Well, there's ups and downs and everything, but for the most part, stop overthinking everything and making everything so difficult. It's not that serious.
You don't have to overthink the room, man. Just let things play out.
Well, I honestly just really want to thank you for coming in and talking to me about that topic and being so open about how your journey on healing, on how you had to get there and what you and your lady had to do to get there to allow these open friend, like not open relationship, but to be open to.
I'm open to that too, but we'll say that for a later one.
We're gonna say that for another show. We need to talk about that too. But I thank you for being so open and discussing. Yeah, it was a journey we had to go through in order to get here, and knowing that yes, today, right, we are okay with having friendships of different sexes, but we had to go through our journey first to get there, and being that open, I appreciate that.
I want to say thank you to Miss Carmen for allowing me the privilege of doing this. because like you told me about it, and I don't know if you thought I was joking or not, but I was genuinely thankful for you to say that to me and ask me to do this, because I thought because I was like, oh my God, she want to hear something from me. Oh my God, like I don't know if these people gonna want to hear something from me, but I was like, genuinely humbled and thankful for you to extend that olive branch to me.
Of course. No, I thank you, and of course, you always have wonderful insights and great conversation, and you're hella funny. Again, guys, he's a comedian, and him and his friends have the 4 Kings Podcast on all platforms. Please tune in. Tune in.
Tune in. We have 4 different men, 4 different minds. It's fun. I appreciate this, guys. This Where's My Glasses podcast is just getting started.
Exactly.
And it's about to blow the up.
Exactly. Please share with your friends. Where Did I Put My Glasses? Every Monday there will be a new episode release, and I look forward to getting to know you all. You follow me on Instagram at Where Did I Put My Glasses, Alvin?
Oh, Alvin. Oh, Instagram. At
For Kings
For
Podcast.
Kings Podcast ENT. For me personally, at Alvino Pacino. At
If you want to,
Alvino Pacino, if you want to hit me up real quick, and I will hit you back. But
yeah.
just again, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate what we have, and I look forward to seeing you climb these little steps in these mountains, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. Again, everyone, that's Alvin. I'm Carmen. Thank you for tuning in. You can find us on all platforms at Where Did I Put My Glasses for Kings Podcast Entertainment. You can interact with me on Instagram at Where Did I Put My Glasses if you have any questions about the episode, if you have any questions about upcoming platforms, topics, anything, just hit me up on Instagram. And thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hello. How are you?
Whoa, that's a good one right there.